this season on the Willis family.
The Willis family, all 14 of them, are the stars of a new reality show on TLC. The Willises have a new record deal and are touring the country in their new bus. Ironically, Father Toby Willis was hesitant about doing the show.
The funny thing is I've been in television for, 2 decades, and people would come to me, especially when the first big family got on, everybody's like, Toby, you need to do this. And I'm like, no way, no way, no, I don't want any part of that. But as the kids went along with their music career, I'm like, you know what? It's just a bigger audience, and it's a way that people can find out about their music.
And every time that I try to rest my troubles.
The road to stardom has had a few potholes, though. In 2004, shortly after moving to Tennessee, the Willis' house burned down while the family was away. All of their instruments and recordings, along with their personal belongings, were destroyed.
But it's still not the city that I'm looking for.
A lot of people are like, that must have been so hard losing all your stuff. And I'm like, no, not really, because all my kids were in the car with me at the time. So it was a matter of perspective.
As their children grew, Toby and Brenda began nurturing their creative talents. Surprisingly, not all of them were naturals at music.
Jess and Jer really did have natural gifts. Came down to the next two, and it was a lot harder for them. They had trouble with pitch. They had trouble with keeping rhythm and things like that. It kind of worked out that they worked twice as hard. It just kind of goes to show that you can have natural talent or you can have a hard work ethic, and you can still get to the same place. I don't think everybody in the family has to be a virtuoso, to be part of this, or a child prodigy, or a musical genius.
But if they want to eat, they got to get good at what they do.
The oldest siblings formed a band and played locally for several years. Then, after appearances on Good Morning America and America's Got Talent, they were thrust into the national spotlight on TLC. Despite their newfound fame, the Willises say having 12 siblings is a great way to stay humble.
Nobody will knock you off a cloud 9 like a sibling. Hey, that was totally stuck up, or that was a terrible note, or you did really bad on that gig, you need to work on that song. That's all stuff that we say to each other. We are each other's harshest critics, and you know what? It saves us a lot of grief.
Seriously, when you have your sister to say, hey, suck it up, stop being such a baby about this, grow up,
In 2015, the first season of The Willis family aired on TLC. In season 1, oldest son Jeremiah went through a painful breakup that was chronicled on national TV.
Hey, a breakup is a breakup. It's going to be hard whether or not you're on TV. And it was hard, and you know what? I know what I want now, and whether or not people are watching, that's what's important to me.
People see a lot of private things in your life, relationships, and whether it's, with, dealings with your siblings, stuff, or, relationships with a significant other or something.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard, if there's cameras there and you're supposed to be, if you're supposed to be alone taking a walk with someone, there's like a drone behind you and 3 camera guys. It's not the same.
When you have cameras invade your life, you have a choice. Are you going to make yourself vulnerable and let people see the struggles, the weaknesses, or are you going to try to present something that's perfect and beautiful? And we found that the more perfect we tried to make the show, the less people were interested because they weren't identifying with our struggles. We're normal people. And when you go through something like an accident and your faith holds you up and you struggle and people see that, it inspires them.
The Willises learn to play a variety of styles while honing their craft. They also write their own material. Jessica is the most prolific songwriter in the clan.
The process for each individual song has been different almost every single time, and that's what I love about it. And I write in all sorts of different genres. All of our albums have been 100% original, and even at live shows, we jam a lot. We do Irish music where we grew up learning hundreds and hundreds of tunes.
People haven't even heard half of what the kids can do, and they have recordings already, everything from classical, Christian inspirational stuff, flat out rock and roll.
And the question is, what music do we want to be known for? Somebody else's music or for our own music? And I think we all agree that we would much rather be known for our own music.
Homeschooling 12 kids is a challenge anywhere, but especially when the family is on tour, where Mom Brenda also serves as the road manager.
Organizing the chaos, that is the most difficult thing about traveling and having everybody on the road. You know, you try to have systems at home. We call it morning drill. You get up, you take care of your laundry, you make your bed, you clean your room, we have breakfast, you clean up, you start doing school. On the road, that kind of all gets thrown out the window, and then the amount of space is restricted down to a bus. It's a never-ending job to keep being more efficient and more organized so that you can survive, and survive well.
The Willises attend a home church near Gallatin, Tennessee, and also try to hold worship services on the road. The most important thing for this show business family is having an eternal perspective and keeping the Word of God at the forefront of all they do.
We believe this life isn't all there is. God has given us a big book, 66 books that we should read through and understand, and part of that is what is our destiny? And to understand that where we came from, where are we going, why are we here? The definition of faith isn't believing in something contrary to evidence or without evidence. The biblical definition of faith is believing in something not seen, but based on good evidence. And the Bible is filled with that good evidence.